Who created Bitcoin? For over a decade, this question has intrigued, puzzled, and even haunted the tech world. The revolutionary cryptocurrency, hailed as the most transformative financial innovation of the 21st century, emerged in 2008 through a white paper published under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. But despite its profound impact on global economies, the identity of its creator remains a mystery, an enigma that continues to fuel speculation, theories, and whispers of something far beyond the human realm. At first, most assumed Satoshi Nakamoto was simply a genius, an individual or perhaps a group of cryptography experts who had cracked the code for a decentralized financial system. But as years passed and no one came forward, the narrative began to shift. The perfection of Bitcoin's design, the flawless execution of its launch, and the almost prophetic understanding of global financial challenges raised an unsettling question. What if Satoshi Nakamoto wasn't entirely human? What if the technology underpinning Bitcoin came from somewhere else, somewhere beyond Earth? It might sound like the plot of a sci-fi thriller, but let's consider the facts. The Bitcoin white paper introduced solutions to mathematical and economic problems that had baffled experts for decades. Concepts like blockchain technology and proof-of-work consensus mechanisms weren't just ahead of their time, they were revolutionary. Some researchers argue that the level of precision in Bitcoin's design suggests an understanding of mathematics and systems far beyond what was widely available in 2008. For instance, the concept of a trustless system, one that doesn't rely on centralized authority, was considered theoretical at best. Yet Bitcoin implemented it seamlessly. And then there's the timing. The white paper was released during the global financial crisis, a moment when trust in traditional banking systems was at an all-time low. It was almost as if Satoshi Nakamoto knew exactly when the world would be ready for such a disruptive innovation. But if Satoshi wasn't working alone, if the inspiration for Bitcoin came from an external, possibly extraterrestrial source, what would that mean? Some theorists point to patterns in the Bitcoin blockchain itself. Certain transaction hashes, they claim, contain sequences of numbers that mirror binary signals detected by space probes. Could these be coincidences? Or are they breadcrumbs left behind by an advanced intelligence? The mystery deepens when you consider Satoshi's disappearance. After Bitcoin gained traction, Nakamoto gradually faded from public view, leaving behind a single cryptic message: "I've moved on to other things." No one has been able to trace Nakamoto's whereabouts since. But some suggest that his or its departure wasn't voluntary. Could it be that forces, human or otherwise, intervened to prevent Nakamoto from revealing more about Bitcoin's origins? As whispers of a potential extraterrestrial connection grow louder, so too does the curiosity around Bitcoin's purpose. Was it created solely as a decentralized currency, or is it part of a larger plan? Some theorists believe Bitcoin might be a test, an experiment designed to see how humanity responds to a truly decentralized system. Others suggest it could be the first step in a much grander scheme, one that stretches far beyond our planet. The idea of extraterrestrial involvement might sound far-fetched, but history is filled with technological leaps that defy explanation. From the Antikythera mechanism to the sudden appearance of advanced metallurgy in ancient civilizations, there are countless examples of innovations that seem to emerge out of nowhere. Could Bitcoin be the modern equivalent, a gift from the stars, or perhaps a challenge meant to prepare us for what's to come? As the years pass, the mystery of Bitcoin's origins only deepens. Researchers, cryptographers, and conspiracy theorists alike continue to analyze its code, its patterns, and its impact on the world. But one thing is certain: Bitcoin is more than just a currency. It's a story, a puzzle, and perhaps even a signal. And the question remains, who or what is behind it? The deeper we delve into Bitcoin's design, the more questions arise. Consider this: how could one individual or even a small group have created a system so flawless that it has withstood over a decade of scrutiny, attacks, and evolution? Financial experts and cryptographers have praised Bitcoin's resilience, describing it as almost too perfect. Some argue that it operates with a level of precision that borders on the supernatural. Take the blockchain, for example. This distributed ledger technology is not only the backbone of Bitcoin, but also a concept that has transformed industries beyond finance. Its ability to secure and verify transactions without a central authority seemed almost magical when it was first introduced. Yet, Nakamoto's white paper presented it as a fully formed solution, with no apparent predecessors or prototypes. Was this the result of unparalleled human ingenuity, or access to knowledge far beyond our current understanding? Some theorists believe the answer lies in the mathematics. Bitcoin's cryptographic algorithms, including SHA-256, are so advanced that they've become a standard in cybersecurity worldwide. But there's a catch. The mathematics underpinning these algorithms align with principles that weren't widely understood until years after Bitcoin's creation. Could Nakamoto have been working with concepts that hadn't yet been discovered? Or was this knowledge provided by a source outside our world? Then there's the question of energy. Bitcoin's proof-of-work mechanism relies on miners solving complex mathematical problems, a process that consumes vast amounts of electricity. Critics have long debated the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining, but what if its energy demands are part of a larger design? Some suggest the blockchain's energy consumption mirrors natural processes, like the way stars convert mass into energy. Is it possible that Bitcoin's very architecture reflects patterns observed in the cosmos? Theories linking Bitcoin to extraterrestrial origins don't stop at the technology. Researchers have noted strange coincidences between the rise of Bitcoin and global phenomena. For instance, avistamientos de UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, have increased near major financial hubs over the past 2 decades. In 2010, just as Bitcoin was gaining traction, there were reports of unexplained lights in the skies above Silicon Valley, a key center for cryptocurrency innovation. Coincidence? Or were these sightings somehow connected to the dissemination of Bitcoin's technology? One particularly compelling theory involves the blockchain itself. Advocates of this idea point to patterns within Bitcoin's transaction history, claiming they resemble binary codes intercepted by space probes like the WOW signal. While skeptics dismiss these patterns as mere chance, others argue they could be deliberate breadcrumbs left by Nakamoto, or perhaps by the intelligence guiding him. But if Bitcoin is a message, what is it trying to say? And why was it delivered in the form of a currency? Some suggest that Bitcoin isn't just a tool for decentralization but a test of humanity's ability to adapt to new systems. By introducing a decentralized financial network, Nakamoto, or the entity behind him, may have been probing our readiness to embrace a more advanced way of thinking. In this scenario, Bitcoin is not the endgame but the first step in a much larger plan. The disappearance of Satoshi Nakamoto only adds to the intrigue. After his final public message in 2010, Nakamoto vanished without a trace, leaving behind no personal details, no further communication, and no clear legacy beyond Bitcoin itself. Some speculate that his disappearance was strategic, designed to preserve Bitcoin's decentralized nature. But others believe it was more sinister. Could Nakamoto have been removed by forces, human or otherwise, that wanted to prevent the truth from coming to light? Adding to the mystery are anomalies within the blockchain itself. Analysts have identified transactions that appear to defy logic, patterns of movement involving long-dormant wallets, large sums of Bitcoin sent without explanation, and timestamps that coincide with major UAP sightings around the world. One such transaction involved a transfer of 50 Bitcoin from a wallet untouched since 2009, the year Bitcoin was launched. The transfer occurred on the same day as a widely reported UAP sighting over London, leading some to question whether the two events were connected. If these theories hold any weight, they raise profound questions about the nature of Bitcoin and its place in our world. Is it a tool, a test, or something far more mysterious? And if it does have extraterrestrial origins, what does that mean for the future of humanity? As the mystery deepens, one thing becomes clear. Bitcoin is not just a currency. It's a story, a narrative woven with threads of technology, secrecy, and speculation. And at its heart lies a question that may never be fully answered. Who or what is Satoshi Nakamoto? The mystery surrounding Bitcoin doesn't just lie in its creation. It's woven into its very existence. As researchers dig deeper into the blockchain, they're uncovering patterns that raise even more questions. One particularly eerie anomaly involves the concept of timestamped consistency, Transactions on the blockchain appear to follow an almost rhythmic sequence, as though orchestrated by an unseen hand. But these patterns don't always align with human activity or traditional financial behavior. Some theorists suggest the blockchain may be more than a ledger. It could be a living system. This idea has sparked a wave of speculation among cryptographers and conspiracy theorists alike. Could the blockchain itself be evolving? Unlike traditional financial networks, Bitcoin operates autonomously, maintained by miners and nodes scattered across the globe. But what if it's more than that? What if the blockchain has an intelligence of its own, one that adapts, learns, and communicates? Adding fuel to the fire are the strange coincidences between blockchain activity and UAP sightings. Researchers have identified spikes in Bitcoin transactions that coincide with reports of unexplained aerial phenomena. One notable case occurred in 2014, when a fleet of glowing orbs was spotted over Manhattan. At the exact same time, the Bitcoin network processed an unusually high number of transactions, many originating from wallets that had been dormant for years. The timing was so precise that some experts couldn't dismiss it as coincidence. Theories linking Bitcoin to extraterrestrial origins have also drawn attention to Nakamoto's meticulous planning. The software was designed with near-flawless precision, and yet Nakamoto anticipated challenges that didn't even exist at the time. For instance, the scalability issues Bitcoin faces today were addressed in its original design, as though Nakamoto had foreseen the currency's future popularity. Was this foresight the result of genius or guidance? Some theorists argue that Bitcoin's purpose extends far beyond currency. It could be a framework, a foundation for something much larger. The blockchain's decentralized nature mirrors biological systems, where individual cells work together without a central authority. Is it possible that Bitcoin was modeled after a form of communication used by advanced civilizations? If so, what message are they trying to send? The speculation doesn't stop there. In 2017, a team of researchers claimed to have discovered sequences within Bitcoin's code that resembled DNA patterns. While the claim was dismissed by many as pseudoscience, it sparked a wave of interest in the idea that the blockchain might be a form of encoded information. Could Bitcoin's ledger contain more than financial data? Could it hold a key to understanding the universe, or even humanity's place within it? One of the most unsettling aspects of this theory involves the dormant wallets associated with Nakamoto. These wallets, which hold an estimated 1 million Bitcoin, have remained untouched since the currency's creation. Yet, on rare occasions, small amounts of Bitcoin have been moved from these wallets without explanation. Each time, the transactions coincide with significant global events, natural disasters, political upheavals, and even UAP sightings. It's as though these movements are signals, responding to events that we don't fully understand. Critics dismiss these ideas as far-fetched, but even skeptics can't ignore the coincidences. The disappearance of Satoshi Nakamoto only deepens the mystery. If Nakamoto were human, why leave behind such a monumental creation without taking credit? Why vanish without a trace, leaving no clues about their identity or motives? Some believe Nakamoto's disappearance was a deliberate act, designed to shift focus away from the creator and onto the creation itself. But others suspect a more sinister explanation. What if Nakamoto was removed not by humans but by those who provided the knowledge to create Bitcoin? These questions have sparked intense debates within the tech community. Is Bitcoin an experiment, a way to test humanity's readiness for decentralized systems? Or is it part of a larger plan, one that we're only beginning to glimpse? Some argue that Bitcoin's resilience and adaptability suggest it was designed to survive beyond human control. In this scenario, Bitcoin isn't just a currency, it's a seed, planted by an advanced intelligence to grow and evolve over time. As these theories gain traction, they also raise ethical and philosophical questions. If Bitcoin does have extraterrestrial origins, what does that mean for its users? Are we participating in an experiment without knowing it? And if so, what are the stakes? For those who believe in the extraterrestrial connection, Bitcoin represents more than financial freedom. It's a gateway to understanding the unknown. Yet, for all the speculation, one fact remains: Bitcoin has fundamentally changed the way we think about money, technology, and trust. It has challenged traditional power structures, empowering individuals in ways that were once unimaginable. But it has also opened the door to questions we may not be ready to answer. Who or what created Bitcoin, and why? As Christmas approaches, a season of reflection and wonder, it's worth considering the broader implications of these mysteries. In a world that often feels divided and uncertain, Bitcoin has united people across borders, languages, and cultures. But as we embrace its potential, we must also confront its origins. Is Bitcoin a human achievement or a gift from beyond the stars? As the mystery surrounding Bitcoin deepens, one question remains at the forefront. What is its true purpose? Over a decade after its creation, Bitcoin has transformed economies, empowered individuals, and reshaped the way we think about money. But if its origins are truly otherworldly, what does that mean for humanity and for the future of our planet? Some believe that Bitcoin is a test, a challenge designed to push humanity toward a more advanced form of collaboration. Its decentralized nature encourages trust without centralized authority, a concept that could redefine governance, economics, and even social structures. If Bitcoin was gifted or seeded by an advanced intelligence, it might be a tool to prepare us for greater autonomy, a necessary step before contact with civilizations beyond Earth. Others take a more ominous view. What if Bitcoin is not a gift but a mechanism for control? Its transparent yet encrypted nature could be a way to monitor human behavior on a global scale. Every transaction, every wallet, every movement within the blockchain could serve as data points in a vast experiment. In this scenario, Bitcoin isn't about decentralization, it's about observation. And the observers may not have humanity's best interests at heart. Adding to these concerns are the anomalies within the blockchain itself. Analysts have identified patterns that defy logical explanation: movements of dormant Bitcoin, transactions timed to global events, and codes embedded within the network that seem to reference celestial phenomena. Could these patterns be messages, signals, or warnings? And if so, who are they meant for? The disappearance of Satoshi Nakamoto takes on a new significance in this context. If Nakamoto was indeed guided by an advanced intelligence, their withdrawal from the public could have been part of the plan. By removing themselves, Nakamoto ensured that Bitcoin would remain decentralized, free from the influence of any single individual. But their absence also leaves us with questions that may never be answered. Was Nakamoto a human visionary or a messenger from beyond? For many, these mysteries are part of Bitcoin's allure. Its origins, its design, and its impact are a puzzle that invites endless speculation. But they also serve as a reminder of humanity's limitations. We are a species driven by curiosity, yet constrained by what we can observe and understand. Bitcoin challenges us to think beyond these constraints, to consider possibilities that transcend our current knowledge. As we look to the future, Bitcoin raises profound questions about our place in the universe. If it is indeed a creation with extraterrestrial origins, what does that mean for our understanding of technology, intelligence, and progress? Are we pioneers of a new era, or are we simply participants in a larger narrative, one written by forces far beyond our comprehension? In the end, Bitcoin remains an enigma, a currency, a technology, a story that defies easy explanation. But perhaps that's the point. Perhaps its true purpose is not to provide answers but to inspire questions, to push us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the cosmos. As we close this chapter, one final thought lingers. If Bitcoin is the first step, what comes next? Is it a singular phenomenon, or part of a broader pattern of contact and communication? And as humanity grapples with the mysteries of the blockchain, we must ask ourselves, are we ready for what lies beyond? The answers may be closer than we think, or they may remain forever out of reach. But one thing is certain, Bitcoin is more than a currency. It's a doorway to the unknown, a puzzle that challenges us to rethink everything we thought we knew. And as we step into this new frontier, we must do so with both curiosity and caution.